Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, SEINT artist. We're gonna use my summer colors in the winter. I have stuff and I've been grabbing my summer colors to help with covering my stuff and creating balance. I'm 44, I have mature skin. When you have mature skin, sometimes you have to bump up your shade so you don't look so washed out, and it helps put a little extra life back in your skin. I'm gonna skip contour. I'm gonna be using Bella Bronzer. This is Hazel. This is my summer shade, and then I have Sunlit, which is my brightening highlight, and then I'm using Saint's new revamped lip and cheek collection because it's so good for all the seasons. I'm going to use two brushes. I'm going to use the powder brush. It's been a favorite lately, and the tried and true all-time favorite addition to your collection blend brush. All right, let's dig into this because I have stuff. I've got scarring and hyperpigmentation in this area. When you're covering those things, you want a shade that's a little dark, which is why I've been grabbing for my summer shade, which again is Hazel. I'm going to take that on the flat end of the powder brush, and I'm going to go over just my cheek here, just on the apple of the cheek to cover my scarring. And again, you want a color that's a little dark. And then I'm going to go into the crease of my nose because I have redness in that area. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use both my summer shade and my brightening shade. I'm going to use that brightening shade to lighten that summer highlight color to create balance and coverage on the lower part of my face. I don't like overfilling a palette. I want you to get the most out of your palette, and when you're transitioning in seasons, when you're wanting to get everything you love in one palette, but maybe you love a lot, these are one of the tools that I use. So I'm going to tap into Hazel, and then I'm going to go into Sunlit. That's going to lighten the shade, and then I can go down here and you can see how it creates a balance, and you can bump it up and keep it dark. You can bump it down and keep it light using both of these together instead of melting them together. It's extremely customizable because I don't know about you, but some days my skin from one day to the next is just different. So I'm just going to create that balance by tapping into Hazel first, then the light. Then I'm going to bring that in. And it's incredibly forgiving, keeping that in mind. So if you over tap into one, as soon as you start blending everything together, it's seamless. This is very forgiving makeup. Bring it down your neck. Your neck is always going to be a different color than your face. It just is. It's the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it except put makeup on top of it. Okay, now that I've given myself some nice balance, I'm just gonna get my chin right here. Boom, boom, boom. Very nice. I'm gonna go into my bronzer and I'm gonna bronzer with it. And this is gonna be another really great tool. I'm gonna put this in a big C around my eye, but it picks up very easily. All right, so it looks scary. We're gonna bring that up and over. I've done this side of the face, so you know it works out, okay? Forgiving makeup. I'm gonna bring this down to the outer part of my brow and up. I'm gonna do my brows after this. You're not gonna see it. It's a whole separate tutorial, but I'll post a picture of the final look afterwards. We're gonna take this pointy and we're gonna tap into just the brightening, and I'm just gonna brighten in between the brows, over the brow, and then I'm gonna pull that into my bronzer, and that's gonna create balance. I talk about this all the time, bringing that dark and that light together gives that balance. This is the same for if you're transitioning and you've been using a lot of bronzer. You can use all of these with your brightening highlight to create a custom color when you're between seasons. Okay, grabbing a little bit more bronzer. I have a spot here I'm needing to fill. Super easy, okay? I'm also gonna grab a little more, and I'm gonna put this on the upper part of my cheekbone, and I'm gonna put this on kind of like a blush. I'm gonna hit into that hollow and let it contour. And then I'm also gonna hit up here and just bronze and blush. This is such a good little combo. And because I used that darker Hazel alone on this area, it helps hold and combat my scarring and gives coverage. Everything in here, your bronzer is a foundational coverage, so don't treat it like it's different. It is not. It is just a different color. That's it. It's not a different product. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my blush. So I'm gonna go in to, wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna use this pointy and I'm gonna tap very lightly into my bronzer. Tap, we're gonna put a little bit on, and I'm gonna use this as a corrector. I like when things can do more than one thing. So this bronzes, this contours, this corrects my darkness under my eye. Trusting the process, trusting me. I'm gonna switch to the blend brush, okay? This is my brightening brush. So I'm gonna use a small end, I'm gonna go into that brightening, and I am going to tap on my orbital bone and down kind of at the top of my apple here, bring it up the orbital, and then I'm gonna bring it into the soft tissue. I'm gonna bring it up to that inner corner, give myself the coverage. I get very dark on the inner corner and just right below in this area here. So I'm gonna focus that there, and then the last place I'll blend it to is my soft tissue above the orbital, kind of like the hammock of your face is what I've typically called it. And I like to use brightening. You can easily tap in between these two if you wanna make it more of a main shade. It's whatever you want. It will always brighten. It's bumped up against bronzer, so it will appear brighter even using a main shade. Okay, tapping that on, flipping it, and just blending it together with that bronzer we put there. All right, let's get into now this summer, or not summer, goodness, I can't use words today. It's been a while since I've done tutorials, it feels like, but this is the new Lip and Cheek collection. We have Rosewood, Tropicana, Nude. This one right here is Desert Sunset, such a pretty nude base. Sangria, Hollywood, La Cienega, and Black Cherry. All of these are incredible. I like to mix them together. So we're gonna go into Hollywood first, and I'm gonna pop that right up here. I like to apply this with the finger, but my pinks pull my scarring. So I'm gonna go into Nude next. We're gonna grab Nude, and I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna put that right over my scars. I've done this with Frenchie, but with this collection, I don't use any of the glosses. I feel that it tends to lift my makeup, and then my scarring shows. And so I only stick with the mattes or the satins when I'm doing my blush. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is wipe my finger off, and I'm gonna grab that powder brush. I'm gonna tap a little bit into Sangria, just a little bit. It's quite dense, but it picks up easy. And then I'm gonna start on Hollywood, and I'm gonna blend this up and into the temple. Smile and bring it down into that nude color. And this is so pretty. Using this pointy end, I'm just going to use the back side and blend and marry it with that brightening. It's so, so pretty. Okay, grabbing a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna soul patch it right here. Soul patch it up here. Not soul patch it, I call it the Gomez Adams. I'm gonna go right in the middle of those little bumps, grab a little brightening. This can all be done just using the tip of a finger, which is nice. And this is just gonna create shadowing, some structure, some contrast, and it gives the look a natural, fuller look for some people. I say try it. If you don't like it, don't do it again. It's makeup, it washes off, it's easy. But trying new things, one, makes makeup fun again, and two, you can be pleasantly surprised on how much you love your makeup after doing that. Okay. I'm gonna grab a multitasker brush on the pointy end, and I am gonna line with Sangria. It's such a pretty pink. It's my favorite pink once summer hits. I'm gonna line my lips. I'm gonna hit that. I don't outer line with my lip liner. Everybody knows when you do it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. Okay, then I'm gonna go into, you can pick any color you want. I'm gonna go with Tropicana. It's so pretty for spring. Look at how pretty that is. It goes with my shirt. Okay, you could also pick Desert Sunset, also a really great combo. This is more of a brown neutral tone, but you're also mixing it with that Sangria. So pretty. Any one of these glosses, these all work together. These are just, oh, this color right here, Rosewood, obviously one of my favorites. It just gives that little bronzy touch. Good for fall, good for winter, good for summer. Spring's always more bright, so I skip it in the spring. Okay, giving everything a last final tap around, just marrying it all together. And then I'm gonna grab my blue marble setting spray. This is a film forming barrier. I have the hardest time remembering that combo, and I have a hard time letting it just roll. Shake well before. It's got a blue marble in it. This runs about $40. I got it off of Amazon. I would say if you have dry skin, have good skincare for hydrating. This does, I think, can give your skin a look of dryness, but I get longevity out of my makeup. I am oily, and I need something to help keep me from going from dewy to greasy, and this has been great. So if you are combination balanced oily, this could work great. I haven't heard about dry skin, so I can't put my stamp of approval on dry skin. All right, and I only say that because I was asked. Okay, spraying this on. Ugh, I'm never good at like spraying my face. I'm gonna take that blend brush, where'd you go? and I'm gonna tap this in. I really focus the tapping where I'm the most shiny, just to really press that in and help it form my makeup. But that's it. That's my makeup. That's how I use my summer shades in the winter to create balance and give me maximum coverage. So if you have your summer colors laying around, give it a whirl. Again, trying new things makes makeup fun again. And with Saint, there are so many different ways of playing with your makeup. And if you're not playing with your makeup, if you're not having fun with your makeup, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. This should not be one of the stresses of your day. This should be one of the starting points of your day that give you the oomph to go. This should be the fun part of your day. All right, this is your you time. This is your you time. Okay. That's it. I'm going to show some pictures with my brows and the final look. Have a great day.